Joining us from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is Jeffery Lord. He is a columnist for the American Spectator. He's been around politics for a little while. So, Jeffery, we began with, what do you make of that press conference yesterday?
Oh, man, I think they all need to have their head examined. I mean, this is bad. I don't think they realize. I was talking to somebody who happened to call, a friend of my dad's who called and was just blown away by watching that. He said he thinks they have no idea how ridiculous they look. Now, that's somebody sitting way outside the Beltway here, and I think that's right. And, you know, on a serious note, let me say this. I know the president. I also know my mom, who's 98, whom I'm taking care of, who's in the other room. She suffers from dementia. Now, let me tell you, I know what dementia is. Mm-hmm. The president does not have it. And that's ridiculous and, frankly, a little insulting to people who really do have to have it and families that have to struggle with it.
You make a great point, Jeffrey, because the whole press conference yesterday was humorous, right? Over an hour of this questioning, and the questions really were hilarious in light of true, serious medical conditions that people really do have, and the president clearly doesn't. Do you think the American people really care about the kinds of questions that the press was asking yesterday? You know, is he 1 pound shy of obesity and questions like that?
I think they sort of folded into the overall, which you were talking about with the study here, which I think from the Media Research Center or others, they really don't like him. And so that's the way this comes off. This is just one more incident here along the path, and they really don't like him. And it shows. Yeah. And, you know.
Yeah, it does. As a matter of fact, Jeffrey, you know, let's just show how much it shows. Take a listen to a network you have some familiarity with, CNN. CNN this morning talking about the president's heart test results. Here, take a listen.
Today, it's 133. And as you see from the little cheat sheet fine print below, a score of over 100 means a high risk of heart attack or heart disease within 3 to 5 years.
So the president has heart disease. Those numbers qualify him for having heart disease, and it clearly needs a plan to try and prevent some sort of heart problem down the road.
He's going to have a heart attack.
Hilarious.
He's going to have a heart attack, Jeffrey. All right, come on. It would be funny. It would be funny, and I laughed all yesterday. But it in a way, it's also not funny.
It's annoying now, right?
Well, there was a movie years ago with Tom Cruise. I think it was called Minority Report, and the premise of the movie was they could see into the future and tell what crimes you were going to commit, and so they'd come for you before you got to it. This has sort of a whiff of that they can look into the future here and they can tell what's going to happen down the road. So they want to get him out of office before this happens. It doesn't work that way, folks. And they're not omniscient. They have no idea. And I mean, this is a professional. This is a doctor. He's not only a doctor and a good one, but I mean, this is somebody who was President Obama's position. I believe President Bush's as well. Correct. The White House position is a very old and honorable job. They take it very, very seriously.
Yeah. He's not biased, that's for sure.
Yeah, the knock on his credibility is just wrong.